The Numbers Bankability Index is a new tool to help filmmakers make decisions about the cast and crew to hire for their projects by measuring the value that people bring to the film industry. It's the result of about 3 years of research and is based on the latest in data analysis techniques, in particular a system called graph analysis that identifies the influential members of a group. To see how the Bankability Index is different from what has come before, let's take a quick look at traditional techniques for measuring the biggest players in the film industry. These have used linear, kind of spreadsheet-driven approaches that look at the individual. So we take the movies that they've appeared in, apply some sort of model to value those appearances, maybe the box office results for the film or the number of Oscars it received or some combination of metrics. These lists are fun to build and instructive, and we have several of them on the numbers in our People Records section, and you should definitely check them out. But modern analysis allows us to do better, and the key to that is to look not at the individual, but at their relationship to other people. To do this, I created the Hollywood Creative Graph. This looks at people who have collaborated together on films. For example, here we have Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg, who have worked together on several films. Using a proprietary algorithm designed to produce the most accurate results, we place an economic value on the relationship between Hanks and Spielberg. Let's say it's $57.8 million. You can consider this a measure of the value that this pair have brought to the industry by working together. Obviously, the higher, the better. We can continue this analysis for other pairs of people, both actors and technicians, directors, producers, editors, and so forth, and build out a complete graph of the industry. And we've been doing this for a few years now, have credits for about 65,000 people and 2.5 million relationships mapped. The most valuable relationship, by the way, is between Johnny Depp and Tim Burton. And now we have the graph, we can start doing the analysis. And the first thing we've done is create the Numbers Bankability Index. This uses graph analysis to measure the influence of people within the Hollywood Creative Graph. And we've adjusted this analysis to focus on global appeal based on worldwide box office and to place an emphasis on films made in the last 10 years. If we look at this in dollar terms, it roughly translates into the value that each person brings to the global film industry each year. And there are some surprises in the numbers. First, though, note that the system is pretty good at picking out the A-listers in the industry. Spielberg is number 1 at the top, and throughout the top 10 we see the most familiar faces in Hollywood, with the likes of Johnny Depp, Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Adam Sandler, and Brad Pitt dominating the upper reaches of the chart. All of the people here make about 2 films a year and consistently deliver at the box office. A couple of names stand out on the list. Samuel L. Jackson is actually at number 2 on the chart, thanks to his incredible resume and output, and he, as we know, may be the hardest working actor in the business and has earned his place at number 2 on the chart. In 6th place is the composer Hans Zimmer. This is a bit of a surprise until you look at the list of films that he's been involved in. Just this year, for example, he's been involved in the making of Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters and composed for Man of Steel, The Lone Ranger, Rush, and 12 Years a Slave. And with Pirates of the Caribbean and the Dark Knight trilogy on his resume, Zimmer's compositions the defining music of the modern film era. The definitive report on the current industry MVPs is the Numbers Bankability Index Top 250 edition. This summarizes the domestic and worldwide value of the top 250 people in the industry, with charts showing both the annual value and the value per movie. This report is available from the Numbers website, and we'll be updating it on a monthly basis with the latest data. But the use of the Creative Graph and the Bankability Index don't stop there. By adjusting the parameters on the graph, we can look at people who, for example, specialize in particular genres, or measure the influence of people in the indie world, or see which stars are rising the fastest, and the sky really is the limit. So if you have a question about people in the industry, fire us an email at research@thenumbers.com, and we'll be happy to see if we can help. And check out our first edition of the Numbers Bankability Index on the Numbers website at thenumbers.com/bankability.